Hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 19 here for the Russian Grand Prix. Unfortunately, I can't do a Russian intro like Maldi can, but talk about Maldi, he is currently in first place, coming out to do a second run. Yeah, which I'm looking for. We've got a few Russians in here, obviously, quite familiar with Fresh, Mezpin, and Artem. Many times they've shared the podium with each other, and it's their home Grand Prix today. So they'll be looking to get through. Some people doing some laps on mediums, getting some laps in. Fresh has done 3 laps on these tyres now. But we'll continue out. SKR there. These guys are doing some longer runs on the mediums, getting some laps in. Save a fresh softs at the end of the race. Unless they want to qualify them and then go on softs at the end of the race. Gotto, so it's a 31.4. That is. I'm expecting maybe some people to touch if everyone gets laps on softs. I'm expecting people to do maybe somebody to get into the 30s. Maldi is a 10th down. It's going to go to the second sector. A lot of entry share there. It's a lot smoother now. I was expecting even earlier. A lot more smoother through there. That's a lot better this time. He went wide there last time, but he didn't have F1X German in front of him. Last time he followed him the whole way through, had a bit dirty air. Might be a bit time down here because he was slipstream from his previous lap. US coming down the straight, be able to walk in the braking zone. Brake as straight as you can. Get the car hooked in. Miss apex there slightly, but Maldi's took it nicely. Can he get power position? I didn't miss the second delta because I'm a numpty. He's took it a bit cautious on the middle of the corner. Didn't get on the power quite early enough. Cautious through there. He's used all his ERS deployments, but at some point, not much gain from it. It's a 31.3, puts himself back in provisional pole. That's a great lap by the Britain slash Brazilian slash Russian slash whatever. Well, never mind. Viper's just slapped out with the 31.1. So Maldi looks like he's got some time to get in the first sector. Pete going out, I think he's just set his lap with 32.1, so nothing too special there by Pete. Starting his lap now, DRS on the straight, taking a short line, bringing it back to left for turn 2. Braking in a straight line, hitting the curb nicely, taking a straight exit. Some people like to take the wider entry, some people like to keep it very tight, hog the apex all the way around. Others. Some people have discovered a little bit more speed, but take a short line. Other people like to take a short line and then just scrub the speed off. But I prefer to take the side line because it's that much shorter. Duras is half a second up, so right now he's already putting himself into potential top 5. Oh, and that's not a good. Turn 6 though. Coming through the double left-hander. I'm not sure if this counts as 1 corner or 2 corners. I can't remember. Williams, that's run out of fuel. Needs to get out of the way. I don't know why people run so low fuel, because it takes them 5 years to get back to the line again. Other Devils getting out of the way for once. Jonas coming towards the second corner. I'm going to call this the AMS Trisk corner after having yesterday, taking me out. Coming through the last few sections now. It's a bit cloudy here right now, but there's no chance of rain. It takes a bit of a tight line through there, but he takes it nicely. Using all the track available. A bit. No, but when you're spectating through that second to last corner, it always looks uncommitted. But trust me, it probably isn't. 31.5 in the July, so top 5 it was. He ran out of fuel. Mezpin coming across the line, taking a little bit too much speed in the exit last corner, and got away with validating to 21.3, just behind Maldi. Fresh on lap, I believe. Now I want to set him softs, see what he can do. Alpha Romeo needs to get out of the way. Oh, he's going to get a bit compromised from that. I think that might be Dross. That might hurt. His lap is 1/10 up. He's on the softs, but that, I think that would have definitely cost him. It would definitely been a bit of a distraction at least. Not using too much entry curve here. You kind of want to try and open as much as possible. Not using too much curve there. Not really maximising the circuit right now. He's not really trying to take it out to the barriers. Now, this isn't straight. Again, breaking a straight line as he does. Can he take it? That's how he does it. He's a half a second up. He's already P6 already, but he's stuck in that corner. That was not recommended, taking that line over the curb. Again, bit of a tight line. Going to compromise X a little bit. Bit of a moment there. Comes on the last corner now. He's took a bit turned in too early, and it's a 0.2. Range gains some time back in the end, actually there. So that's interesting. I think there's definitely some time in that lap though. Definitely can tell. Now I need to get back out. No, it's taking so long to get back into the grip track again. Trying to say it for the last 50 minutes of time. And everyone else is on that front now. Ones are like either in laps, out laps, or invalidated. So, the Pope is going to start his lap. US Open. He's got to beat his 31.4, so he takes turn 2. A bit uncommitted, maybe. But it definitely was very clean. Taking a bit of a tighter line to turn 3. No track available, trying to take the shortest route possible. Turning late, it's also get the power down early. Use all the track available. All the after. A bit of a late shift into 7th there. Bit of a turning, bit of a understeer moment. Sweeping around turn, whatever that is, turn 7 or turn 6, whatever it is, doesn't really exist. Gotta make sure I don't go too wide. It's easy to run it wide through there, carrying too much speed. This corner is very difficult. It's actually rather difficult one to get right. The track constantly swoops around to the right, and it quickly swoops back to the left again. Remember, straightening out that braking zone. Oh, he's taking a bit of a tight line there, and yeah, you can see how he's just running himself wide. He took a bit too much speed into that. Quite tight line, it's really hurting him. Pretty pains while else taken properly. Coming now down to the last sector. Seems a bit uncommitted into the entry, a bit of a hesitancy. Top of the line is a 0.4, he was slower by 3 thousandths of a second. So no improvement for him. FX generally on the same mediums for some reason, and validated. Corner cutting, it looks like he is. Corner cutting corners, it could be a bit of a penalisation for Germany if not careful. Can't be cutting corners like this, can't do this. So he will get penalised for that. Can't do that, no matter what you're doing, you can't cut the corners like that. Get caught for it. Up. Oh, and sand. Get on the curb, he's got to get out of the way quickly, he's right on the apex. Waiting for the treble to go through. Go to 3 round now before the Mercedes comes in. Starting laps, I think Maldi's on his lap. So we'll say on board of Maldi, get another full lap in. Open DRS early as possible. Charge through turn 1, which doesn't really exist. Really this card anyway. Turn 2, hard braking, clip the curb, maybe a bit of a bit more inside curb there. Sweeping around turn 3. Very difficult to keep it online. Swoop it into turn 4. Use all the track available. Into turn 5. It's very easy to lose a rear end on an entry here, I feel like. Especially if we don't use ABS. Get a bit of rear locking through there. And throw it for here, but it's so easy to run wide. but Maldi's done it nicely. Again here, very easy to challenge too much speed, but you want to get certain power early. This corner, quite a difficult corner, I'd say. Careful of those curves. Can put you off and have you make it a bit of a moment. Charging down, coming towards the end of sector 2 to start sector 3. And it's coming now, the session's ended. And now there's a bit of a compromise entry there. Can't seem to line up that corner. It's going to take it tight, caught chicane. Take it nicely. Put a bit of power a bit earlier. Really throwing it through there. Not using all the track available. But it's definitely throwing it. It's a 31.1! Maldi's on provisional pole! Here! For the Russian Grand Prix, can anyone beat it? IXR! IKZR. He is, I think, tenths up. Potentially could get maybe a top 5 here. If he gets the lap together. Coming around the last corner. And he's top 2 from Maldi. It's a 0.1 as well, but it's a low 0.1. He's beaten Maldi by 400ths of a second. And that's gives measurations from Maldi for losing that pole position there. And Missy Buffalo does not have a front wing. It's his first race back with a wheel. And it's not gone very well, but you've got to give it to him. He's going to take a few days. It's going to take him a few weeks to get back to used to it. And Piridol has the ability to not able to send a lap. And he's blocking the AlphaTauri off. And that's Artem. And Artem's lap is rearing. He's 6 tenths up. But I won't be surprised if it's lower than that coming to the end of this lap. And he's gone wide the last corner, probably a bit agitated. Only 7 tenths up. He definitely lost a few tenths in that sector, that's for sure. Definitely lost some time through the last corner and through the third and fourth last corner. That chicane, I believe that is qualifying over. Quite an interesting qualifying session that is. No one decided to commit to the mediums and try like an alternate strategy. I'm not sure if that actually. I still don't know if it actually works. If you qualify on the start of mediums and then go on to the softs, would it actually still allow you to get disqualified? Somebody used to do that when you could do 2 different compounds, but it's not the memory fire. So I don't know how it works these days. Because whenever I start on the mediums, to go to the softs, it's always outside the top 10. So I never know what happens when you start on the mediums. I don't know if you can start on the softs or not. You're only outside the top 10. So I just go pit onto the softs. But here is your results. And it's a very, very, very close top 3, split by 4 hundredths of a second. 1,000th of a second, or 1 millisecond, splits Maldi and Viper. It's insane, that is. KZR coming in for his debut. Takes pole position ahead of Maldi. Not even a rush in the top 3. It's for the first time in a while. Fresh in P4, Mazepin P5, Gutto P6, Julas P7, P8, Artem P9, Dangerman is in 10th, and then outside the top 10 is Buffalo, German, Alpha, Matador, Papadevil, Sant, and Sideshow Shadow? And I believe it's Pirilol after that as well. So that is your results. And here, for the race, a lot more brighter Sochi Autodrome instead of the dual qualifying we had earlier. So we will wait to see what they do. We wait for them to sort out their setups, unless any minor setup changes they want to make. Maybe some on diff, off diff, maybe a bit of brake bias, or maybe a tweak of the front wing. And then maybe some setup changes, maybe lower some fuel down. Obviously, it might be a safety car. Some people might want to risk and put like a lap or less fuel in the car. We will see as we are coming to start the formation lap. So we've got Missy Buffalo on the mediums, we've got Matador on the mediums, Papa Devil's also on the mediums, Sideshow Samuel, it's Samuel, not Shadow, Sideshow Shadow, oh yeah, that one. Sideshow Samuel on the mediums, and also Period on the mediums as well. Decided to stick on the softs, maybe hoping there's going to be an early safety car, so it catches out the medium runners. But the softs, if you pit under the safety car, and then having to go to the end, I mean those softs, when you pit under the safety car, you could probably do about 17-18 laps of those softs with 2 laps under the safety car. So those softs can last quite a while, but you don't want to do that on your first stint because you will get undercutted by doing so. Yes, you'll be on fresh and mediums, but it's not worth the loss of track position. There you go. There's your alternative pit stops. Definitely the hards will do not be used unless somebody has to pit on lap 1. But we're expecting around lap 10 to 12. I'm expecting the pit stop to be any later than 12. Then I think people are just basically going to get compromised and get undercutted by everyone else. So expecting stops to happen around lap 10 to lap 12 on the mediums. The medium ones will stop a bit earlier. The medium ones will probably pit about lap 13-14 to get on those softs as early as possible, because they don't have to worry about getting undercutted. So at the same time, so they can stretch a little bit further, but they don't want to stretch too far, because effectively the earlier they get on those softs, the faster they can get going on those softs and use the advantage of them. As tyre wear is pretty much almost non-existent. What is the gap? What is going on? Why is Fresh made about a 550 car length? There definitely be some penalisations here because he's about 5 car lengths behind. Why has he made a massive gap? Why is such a massive gap? I don't get why there's such a massive gap. Maldi and KZR and Viper are already in the grid slots and everyone else is still coming from the last sector. Why is there such a massive gap? I hope those tyres don't go cold. I hope those tyre temperatures stay the same when on the grid. I'm pretty sure in the game those tyre temperatures don't fluctuate when you're sitting on the grid like that. But finally, they're finally training up. There's even a big gap between Rizzy Buffalo and Danger Man. So I don't know what's going on here. There's 2 big gaps. And there's an even more bigger gap with Pirulol. What is going on? Taking like a minute just to get all the rest of the grid together. Kind of a perfect burnout, if I say. A bit difficult, that last corner so close. But finally crawls out. KXR, probably KZR, and Maldi probably thinking, hurry up, my tyres are going cold. But anyway, it's 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. No glitches starts anymore. It's lights out and away we go, and Maldi seems to get a poor start. Alfa Romeo had a good start, and Viper, a brilliant start. He's already up into his first place. Past KXR, Maldi looking to get past as well. It's 3 wide into turn 2, and Maldi sticks at the other side of KXR, and he had to come out. And there's people cutting, and Fresh has not taken the bollards, and Aston Martin has not taken the bollards as well. So people do not take the designated escape route we told them to do, and none of them have gone over it. And Rathdor's down in last place, probably caught in some sort of collision. Gotto's round. Gotto is round. So one of the leaders is round, and that's him out of any sort of competition from now. Drillas overtaking Artem for P7, and there's a Williams diving down the inside of Pete up the inside. Artem is side by side action everywhere. McLaren, that's Danger Man. Yeah, I don't believe he's finished the race all season so far. There's so much going on. Everyone's trying to scramble the way through. There's a Ferrari dive bombing about 4 cars. He's just overtaking both the Aston Martins like nothing that was there. Happy was already used all of his deployments already. We're not even halfway through the lap. Oh, what's going on with Danger Man? Is that everyone through? What's he doing? And Pirulol's been taken up by Alpha. Lovely. Flags out. And back in the lead. So we've got Maldi chasing down KT and Vipers. It's been a terrible start for KZR. He got swamped on lap 1 and he's been compromised. As soon as you lose that 1 or 2 positions, somebody else picks you off and somebody else picks you off as you're trying to regain your place. And there you are. And you get swamped. You've got to keep in that DRS. Don't lose it. Dangerman and Tartan both of the pits must have damage. Buffalo, first lap of the day, first time back on the wheel. Not been the greatest of qualifying, but looking to redeem himself. So I'm expecting him to get faster and faster throughout the race as he sort of gets used to his wheel. Seems a little bit iffy. Yeah, there's no mediums. I don't know why it seems to go on the hards. Bit weird this game is. But yeah, KTM Viper leads the way. No DRS yet, so I think lap 2. Aldi follows closely behind in second place, but needs to keep within DRS because watch out, the last thing you want is Mazepin closing the back of him. Be careful, ERS is a bit difficult to manage around here. Unless you need Papa Devils and just puts you on overtake and doesn't take it off. This third sector is very difficult finding the race. It's so easy just to slosh to the side. Mazepin's got really good pace, really putting pressure on STB Maldi. Maldi's gone wide, compromised exit, and Mazepin's looking to sniff all the back of Maldi now. And that's one thing, but Maldi does have DRS himself, so it won't be a super easy overtake for him. But Mazepin has great straight line speed. I think Maldi's not using the overtake. Maldi gives away the position. Oh, we're doing it too close. And Maldi has to succumb to P3. So Mazepin looking to ways to get through the field, and KTM Viper's gone wide. Mazepin's looking at the back, trying to really take advantage of these mistakes by the drivers. Maldi went wide at the last corner, went a bad exit. Mazepin's flying his way through. Maldi make a mistake, also now back behind him as well. So the Russian flying his way through. Full swerve through the second sector. Maldi's looking to try and get that pace back. DRS is enabled. Top 6 all within DRS each other. There was already got a penalty. Alpha's after session. It's not the first time this happens. It's always Alpha. Always seems to have issues. It always has issues trying to stay in the lobby. Anyway, there's a massive train at lap 6 right now. I wonder if anyone's going to try and get a bit of an undercut, maybe hit a lap 10ish. Pit stop, I think the pit stop window is lap 10 to 14, but I think lap 12 is probably the optimal time to pit. But I won't be surprised if some people pit lap 11 up to lap 10, lap 11, and going for a bit of an undercut. I really did an ERL, did an undercut last season in F1 2020. I undercut Suzuki Dominic and Bartek Frass in one lap, both of them at the same time. And Gotto is out! Gotto is out! He's binned it at the exit of turn 2, maybe over a moment on exit, and there's a safety car. So that gets rid of any chances of any undercuts happening. So I think, I believe everyone should pit. Mazepin's not going to the pits, he's not committed to it. If he goes into pits, he will get penalised for it. As they pit now. Into the pits they go. It's very easy to speed in here. It's 37 miles an hour. People decide not to pit. I would be going for certain mediums. Hardy goes for certain mediums. Viper goes for certain mediums. Yeah, all mediums. Mediums can last quite a while around here. It's a double stack for Alfa Romeo. It's sped up the double stacking in this game a little bit. normally when you stack up behind someone, as soon as the car's gone, you'll be there, and then all the mechanics will still be dribbling around for about 3 or 4 seconds. You'll pick something to be like 8 seconds long. But let's sped it up now, so it's probably about, the pit stop probably compromised still by quite a bit, but your actual stop itself is probably only about a second. But yeah, I've invited Viper back into, not Viper, sorry, Alpha back into the lobby, back into the lobby, but hasn't joined back. Can't even view his gamer card. I'm not able to. Yeah, this makes it interesting now. That's been a fresh side to stay out on the set of softs. Might try and use this to pull away, but they have lost the ability to get a free pit stop though, and Alpha's finally back in. You want to see. There's only been one retirement so far, and that's Gutto, and that's what caused safety cars. It's been, apart from a couple of collisions earlier on, a couple of spins, it's been a relatively clean start. I don't think I've expected anyone to pit now, because it's a bit late, because you'll just lose, or you'll just basically drop to last if you pit now. Yeah, fresh both sides out, which is probably the best choice now. It's too late now to pit, you just lose all your positions. So, that's been fresh. German and Alpha decided not to pit on the set of mediums, or as Alpha's on the AI, so you can't do that. And Pepper Devils. Pepper Devils on the set hard, and he's lost his front wing. How did he manage that? Well, actually, I'm not surprised. The thing is, Pepper Devils, I mean, he hasn't told me personally, but he doesn't run any traction control, doesn't run an EBS, and he keeps his overtake button on permanently, he does not take it off. That's why his ERS is always down. On lap 1, by the end of lap 1, his ERS was always down to 40% and out of deployment by the time he got to the second DRS route. That's how bad it is. But that's leads the way up into P3, but he's still going to make that pit stop. But technically now he's in a better position compared to Fresh and Madspin now, because when they pit, they're going to be stuck behind everyone. And when Fresh pits, when Messi Buffalo pits, he's going to win the softs. It'll be even bigger of a gap, and maybe some other people will pit by then as well, so it wouldn't be as bad then. You can use, as soon as when Madspin and Fresh do pit, he can potentially a little bit further, maybe try and get a bit of an overcut. We'll finally get back on the same mediums. Track is sending it on the safety car, not something you want to see. They're continuing to pull the tyres up. Upper Devil's that far back, I'm not sure. Safety car will come in as that. Been able to look at the safety car. It will favour the people that have just pitted. We'll just make the tyres a little bit last a little bit longer, but even though I don't think 24 laps should really be an issue on the mediums. It's too early to go on the soft side, so I think the soft's going to do well on about 17 laps, depending how good your tyre wear is. 5 second tyre penalty Pirlo for collision with KXR. They've both got one. So obviously a bit of touchies going on. This is why I don't get too close to people, because as soon as you knock on the back of each other, you get a penalty. Probably be removed, but you shouldn't be getting that close to the people anyway. Zartan's not even in. Last seen 7 minutes ago. Okay. Hold on. Let me just check. Just hold for a second. Just make sure I don't put a message down or anything like that. Checking from the chat. So I don't see what's wrong with Artem. That's some sort of connection issues or something, because he's not online anymore. He said last online 7 minutes ago. So he must have disconnected for some reason more serious than just a simple disconnection. Penalties are a big factor in this race, naturally, as Russia's quite... And how's Papadel's only just closed up, so they've got everyone behind? He should have been caught up by the end of Sector 3, never mind now. There's a big gap. I don't get why he's got his overtake on. Dangerous retired. How did that happen? Pete's got a 5-second time penalty to serve the collision with Danger Man. What happened there? Safety cars in this lap. Let's call that very safety. What happened there? Has Pete got any damage? Doesn't look like it. The race must go on. Hopefully they clear that car before they get back round again. As Payne's not really building any gaps to the safety car. Can't go yet, he will clutch up to the safety car. Can't go yet, can't go yet, can't go yet. He's just going to go out the last corner. Racing Buffalo having a bit of a collision out. More collision going on. Trilos and Pirlo. Pirlo's lost a second penalty like that. Now with getting one both Alfa Romeos. Mazepin's gone. German's up behind. Buffalo. Fresh is pitted. Bit weird there why he's pitted now. When you can just pit into the safety car, at least. Viper and Alpha going side by side with Maldi all over the back of them. And a little touch. Maldi's made a move. He's got inside of Alpha. He's got the move not done yet, but looks like he's got it now. So he has to settle down. Maldi's not taking any bridges right now. It's Maldi's chance to win the Russian Grand Prix. If he can keep their tyres in good pace and good condition and have good pace towards the end. Piper's gone wide. Mazepin's got the penalty. And German's off the track. That's not good. He's lost the position, I believe. Oh! Malfa's off the curb, and I don't know what happened there. There's another safety car. What's happened? What happened now? What caused the safety car? It wasn't Fresh, was it? No, Fresh just got out of the pits. What's caused the safety car? And now everyone's stopping. Pirlo's, I think, trying to let the AI through. Disconnected. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's another safety car now. I wonder if anyone's going to try and box for the softs. It's risky, but some people might go for it. It's nice to in pits. Yeah, I think it's just a little bit too early to pit to the softs yet. It's a little bit too early. If it was lap 10, then yeah, but I think it's just a little too early for softs. I don't think anyone will be doing that. That's down the mediums. But this just gives a chance to other people, although actually Gemma's got front wing damage. I wonder if any collisions happen. Pirlo's got like 20 million penalties now. So you need to watch out for that. But that does promote people like KTM Viper and Maldi up, and so does everyone else behind after that little moment. Another off pits. Everyone just letting mediums. Dangerman has left his session. Obviously retired. And Pete's just about getting service now, about 5 light years. Oh, and he's taking a penalty as well. Maybe like a 15-second penalty at this rate. So it was a double stack penalty, which then does after the word it starts registering. Then the front wing change. So that's gonna be like, I wish you'd tell how what pit stop length it was, because I won't be surprised if about 15 seconds he's out there for. And Pirlo's gone to the hards. I'd rather go on the softs and just go to the end. Those hards are going to be so slow. And if it is the 3 softest compounds I bring here, that time's going to be even slower than what you think it would be. Right, safety car's out. The Aston Martin safety car for the Russian Grand Prix. In the racing green. Wait for everyone else to catch back up. This before somehow she's deployment already. I'm confused by that. I don't think this before knows how to turn his. There you go. I think he forgot what his button was on his wheel. I have to figure it out. Yeah, we're waiting for. Actually, Artem's AI, and it's really creating a bit of havoc here. Because as soon as you overtake the AI, and you get a legal overtake for it, you're suddenly having to try to give the AI back. But the AI do not want to overtake you unless you go 1 mile an hour. So it creates a bit of a weird sort of snake effect in the grid every time somebody does that. Penalty is going to be such a big factor in this race. It's really going to hurt. Mazepin's already got one already, and that's really going to hurt him. Mazepin's normally quite good in his penalties compared to most other people. I'm just saying that Fresh is even better, generally. Richard Crawford and Samuel are both yet to pit. So if Matador, Artem's already pitted, it's an AI anyway. Mr. Flow's left the session. He's in P1 and he's left the session. This is not good. We need to get him in as quickly as possible. Back to the game. He's got about a minute to. He's got about a minute to get back in his car, which is quite a shout. Quite a big ask. He's gonna probably have to reset his game first, load it back up, then load into the lobby, then get back onto the track, and then reset back. Let's get back into his car. And that's a good couple of minutes. The safety car, I believe, is going to come in this lap, and it is. So this might be a quick overtake for Sideshow Samuel. Everyone's on the mediums apart from Pirulol, so no difference in tyres. No one's gone from the sides of the pit onto the softs. If you want to go on the softs, I think you're probably, it's about time, it's probably about nowish. It's the earliest you want to pit onto the softs. Softs can be about 17:50, 15, But we are not quite gone yet. Mr. Buffalo's AI takes away. And now it's gone. Mr. Buffalo's AI takes away. And Sasha Samuel will believe to try and pick up the pace of that. He's already gone already. AI not using any RS. Taking Viper and Maldi. No one's really trying to do it. There's a big gap between Maldi and Matador already. And KTR having to cut the corner. Matador's not giving any places away. Now Dross, his teammate's just gone right down the inside. And KZ, it's really unfortunate. He's trying to make a move, then gets compromised, then he falls position. Papa Devils is corner cutting like an absolute mongrel. I don't know what that was. That was not even an attempt to cut it, even an attempt of making that corner. That was. I just thought, is that him going wide? He's making his own track here. He's gone wide. No, he's barely on track there. But yeah, side by side between the two Alfa Romeos. He's quite an aggressive driver, but clumsy at the same time. Samuel's got a penalty. Aldi, there's another safety car, and Pirulol is out on the hard. Mazepin's lost a couple positions as well. This is the time now you want to pit for the softs. I did say you can pit out 15, 16, 17 laps on the softs. Maybe for lap 10 you can pit onto the softs maybe. I don't know if anyone's going to do that. I think if I was Samuel, I'd pit onto softs. Now's the time. Is he? He is. Maldi stays out. Dross is in the pits. Wonder if he's going to go for a set of softs. Set of softs for Samuel. Set of softs for Dross as well. 5 second time penalty to take as well, but that's not going to hurt him in position whatsoever. Viper now leads the way with Mardy behind. Issy Buffalo is still not in the lobby. Says F1 2021. Getting back. Check the tracks, make sure I've got any sort of messages going on. Oh, okay, never mind. It's the third safety car now in about 10 laps. Now, I want some action, you know. We've had 3 cars crash and all 3 of them being safety cars. I don't mind the odd safety car, but I don't want a safety car after every single crash. At least give 1 or 2 safe crashes in way. It's only on standard, it's not on the increase or anything. If Buffalo's back in. Even though he's headed to F game. I don't swear on stream like Maudi does. I have to go through that in tier 2. Oh, sorry, not tier 2, tier 1 commentary. Racing tier 2. But yeah, interesting. I don't think anyone's going to pit. Is Maudi thinking of pitting? No. Well, he thought about it, but it's a bit too late now. If he does, he's going to come out behind Samuel and Julos. So you've lost out. You had to make it the first. It was the first lap, or that's it. Samuel's back in the pits again. Do you want to do another lap? Do you want to pit again for another set of softs? Another set of meat? I think it was. He's taking his penalty. But why are meetings though? Interesting. He's getting rid of the penalties. That's what he's doing. So, yeah, that's clever, that is. Hopefully safety cars in this lap if Samuel catches back up to the grid. And should be back into green flags again. We're going to take 2 more safety cars because obviously online you can only have up to 5 safety cars max. And after that 5th safety car you can have a massive car up and it won't even be a virtual. So I think the safety cars are going to count. Catch up. Samuel's called back up to the back of the safety car. Safety car should be in his lap now. Maldi's round to go. Missy Buffalo and Matador, both the last 2 drivers to pit. So they're looking to stretch these cars a bit longer before pitting onto softs, but they don't want to make it too late. I think the optimal time to pit for softs now is probably in about, well, probably this lap or next lap. So I'd pit now for set of softs. I mean, personally, I would have pit softs a lot earlier because if they pit now, they're going to pit in a couple of laps, and I haven't done much. But I mean, you can either pit now or you do another 5 laps on these tyres and try and hopefully build a bit of a gap to the people behind before you pit. Hopefully, get a bit of field spread. But also just make sure he doesn't hit the barriers too often. Viper going at last corner, very competitive, but it's not been a great start. Maldi on the back of him, both using overtake. Viper's not willing to let this go. Viper's turning off his overtake mode, but Maldi hasn't. Maldi's going to make the move around the outside for turn 2, which will switch to inside for turn 3. I think Maldi pinches him. Viper has to back down. Matador's off the track, lost about 5-6 places by doing so. On from P4 to P8. KZR, P4. Pavel's on P5 right now, but I'm not expecting to stay there very often, very long. Yeah, flags, and that Saint spun, I believe. Yeah. Oh, an XR's retires! And there's been a massive crash! There's been an absolutely huge crash. What is going on there? There's no safety cars yet. But there's been a massive crash somewhere. I wonder if he lost it on exit by himself. That's a massive incident. No safety car. Maldi could have gun it. He needs to get out of that DRS, and there's another safety car. That was a very late safety car. I wonder if anyone's... Buffalo's going to pit now, surely. Surely he's going to pit now. That's our fourth safety car now in a little over 10 laps. That's only so much safety cars we can take. Is Maldi going to make the dive for the set of softs? No, he isn't. Buffalo is. Maldi's decided to pit. And Buffalo's decided to step. Katie and Viper's decided to stay out. What? Katie and Viper's made the dummy. Maldi's committed. Buffalo's in. Maldi's the only one in onto a set of softs. So Maldi is committing to this. Saying it looks like he's going to be boxing as well. Set of softs. Go on the Alpine. Gets in front of the other Haas car. He will go back to P11 as doing so. Buffalo's also set of softs for his scheduled pit stop. Last door just about timed it perfectly, but there's a little bit of a delay. Oh, it's a front wing change. So, I wonder if there's a collision there between him and KZR. I wonder if there may be a collision there. So, that's interesting. Buffalo's taking a bit of a extravaganza line. Maldi, P11 on the fresh air softs, but he's got to watch out about Drillos, who's also on a fresh air soft. I've done a few laps, but only safety car laps. So, Maldi's going to be mega quick now, but I find it's quite difficult to overtake around here when everyone's slipstreaming each other. Artem's not in, so you can take him out of the equation. People that, like Buffalo and Maldi, have to overtake. So he should also pat down to the grid, hopefully. Unlike we've been back in Portugal in Tier 2, where you would get a drive through and then go through everyone, and then say go to for the rest of the race. Anyway, back where I was saying. Papa Devils is just going for the pit maybe? I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. Sancho Samuel was also back in the pits. I believe he's going to put a set of soft back on. It's like his fourth pit stop, isn't it? He is. He's not got many places to lose. That does promote people like Buffalo, Mathgor and his softs back up, so it's less people to overtake. But it does promote Dross as well. It's be interesting to see what they can do. It's interesting to see Vipers on 10 lap old mediums, but like I said, I mean, like about 6, 7, or 8 of those laps will be under the safety car, so those tyres are going to be barely worn, even though they've done 10 laps. And it's the same for everyone else around, even though their tyres are about 6 laps old. Like I said, the tyres are 6 laps old, but they're all done under the safety car. But it's still getting wear, obviously. They're not wearing out as much as they should do. So, it's keeping their pace in those mediums. Also, having people on the softs just stop them from having a bit of a cliff end at the end of the race. Obviously, safety car will stretch those softs out a bit further. Softs do tend to start falling off about lap 12, but do about 15, 16 laps for about a minute's time, I said that. But it will help those softs a bit more. It will also help like Artem's in AI, and it still hasn't pitted. So that AI, I believe, is probably going to pit probably the end of this lap. I bet you. I'll shuffle some people out of the way. Definitely. I wonder if the AI done me to do that. I'm really curious. Whoa! Whoa! And that's Pete doing a drift. It's quite easy to do around that corner. But they're all warming up right now. The AI doesn't pit. Piper's gone. No, he's not. He's can. He hasn't. He has. At a bit of a moment, he's compromised his line, and the Mazepin's all on the back of him now. Be careful. Has he got? Has he not got a legal overtake for that? He'll stay on him for a bit. Yeah, we took him before the finish line. You can do that. Oh, there's collisions! And that's German! And Matador! No, it's not. It's German Alpha. Got caught in that. I wonder if any have any damage. If it was, German would have it. They had away with it. It was a bit of a tangle. And that's promoted some people up. People like Maldi and Buffalo have gained many positions, and same as like Matador, I believe. Getting a lot of places up this. And Maldi actually, this worked actually could work out. He got a bit of luck here so far. And he's now got somebody on a little bit more worn softs. But everyone ahead now is on much worn mediums. But they haven't done many racing laps around. So they won't be super quick. But they still have some freshness in their tyres, that's for sure. Artem's AI getting overtaken. Alpha's just past German. They're the two people that tangled each other, but the top positions again. Abdel's already used his deployment already, and that's a dive bombing move from German, and he backs out of it in a second. Abdel was driving himself out of, and he's hit the barriers. How? What? Ha? What? What? That question of wiring. Alpha's in the pits, must have damage. But yeah, I'm gonna raise that to my memory. If I don't mind if I do. Yeah. Anyway, bit of a battle going on. We've got Jurassic inside of Pete. It's not gonna work out. Watch out, it's quite easy to cut around there. Oh, he's got the inside. Ambitious, he's made it work. Sideshow Samuel's been spun around. There's lots of kerfuffle going out the back there. The massive gap from pretty much from Maui to Buffalo and Buffalo to Matador. No, sorry, Buffalo to Matador, Matador to Artem. Between two house drivers. Drelos has got past Pete. So drove it up the inside, forced Pete to go wide. And used the DRS and an extra pace off the softs to make the move work. And Maldi's now on the back of him now. Pete's got a bit of a poor exit, and Pete's looking to keep the position. Maldi's using even more of overtake here. Might not want to try and avoid using so much. Not very effective at top speed. Maldi's going to brake. Pete's going to try and force him to go wide, but Maldi's not having any of it. Maldi's going to squeeze past him. He's got better traction on those softs. He gets the move done. He's going to have better line here. Pete's going to have a bit of a poor exit, but Pete's going to hold it up the inside, but the outside line wins through there. Should compromise on, but even Buffalo is peeking his way through now. Pete's getting a bit aggressive. He's not trying to raise his positions. He's forcing his way to keep that place back. DRS is now enabled. Maldi's now out of DRS. Pete's back even with it. Maldi, he needs to get in that DRS. It's so crucial for him. He's a lot of overtake up, but we've got Wesley Buffalo behind. Buffalo, he backs out and then brakes again, and then brakes out, and he's backed out twice there. Compromising him. Giving Maldi a bit of a gap. Maldi's just somehow oh! Draws this round! How has he managed that? On those fresh-ish shafts, he has spun. No collisions, it looked like, unless he had a bit of a touch with somebody. But apart from that, it looked like he's just lost it. And now that promotes these guys in this little group here. Up everyone from below P4, up a place. Maldi on those fresh. He's got to use a soft, but he can't be doing many of those. That's 2 warnings right there. And he's just let Buffalo through. Oh no, oh my god. Okay, that's a bit weird. I was looking at Pete and thinking it was Maldi. I think I was selecting on Maldi, but I was looking at Pete. That's Pete letting Buffalo through. Sorry, I was a bit confused there. I saw a blue car and just thought it was penalty. But that's Buffalo. Sorry, getting past Pete. That's either I was saying things or a bit of a glitch where you spectate somebody else, but it was actually on somebody else's camera on somebody else. But even though you got them on, even though you're focused on a different person, if you know what I mean. Like, I was selecting on Pete like this, but it was showing. No, so I was on Maldi, but it was showing on Pete. So I don't know. I could have been tripping there. I probably was looking at the wrong person, or just pressed the wrong button. But anyway, Maldi's trying to get in back in that DRS. These couple of Russians. I actually forgot where Viper's from, to be honest. Oh, but that was getting lapped. No surprises there. German getting a 50-time penalty. I haven't seen much penalties basically. I'm quite good at some penalties so far. I was expecting a bit more corner cutting penalties, but they're pretty well. I mean, again, we've had a lot of safety car, which definitely helped. Fresh needs to navigate through the past AI now. It's Papadel, wasn't it? Maldi's not quite. No, Maldi spun! Maldi spun is out! Maldi's out of the Russian Grand Prix span! He span it on the curb and there's another safety car. Oh no! Oh, that's not good. Oh, I just witnessed that firsthand. Maldi spun and into the barriers. He's lost his 4th place. And he's created another safety car. This is our last safety car now. And no matter what he does. And he's left the session. He spun it himself. I'm not sure how he managed to do that, to be honest. He's lost it quite late. I don't know how he managed to do that. He uses medium traction control. I'm a bit questioning how he's managed to lose that far, and I'm not sure if this is the way to go, to be honest, because it's kind of bulky. All these fucking places by doing so. A lot of people will do on soft anyway. Pete's the only one staying out on the certain mediums, deciding to keep track position. But this race must go on. It's our 5th and last safety car. I think the first driver of the day must be going to the safety car driver. I forgot who it is. Is it Maylander? Safety car driver? Hold on a second. I forgot. Maylander's Maylander, sorry. Yeah, Bernard Maylander is probably going to be at the driver of the day. And Manspin's left. Need to get him back in. Oh, wrong button. It's not letting me change. No. There we go. So I'm getting back in. Hopefully before the safety car comes around. Okay, we're waiting for Papa Devils. And because of those pit stops, it's actually put him back in the lead lap. And I'll somehow getting warnings. Probably need a minute penalty or something. It's good. Tricky sending in when they're in the safety car. It's a bit worrying. I think Bernd Maylander's probably my driver of the day so far. I think he's had now at least He's had now probably about 10 laps now of this race. That safety car's been out for at least 9 or 10 laps now. Surely. At least 8 laps. We've had 4 safety cars, that's 8 laps. Plus we had a 3 lap safety car, that's 9. Right, this one is 10. It's going to be 11 laps by the time we come in. We've got to have 11 laps of the safety car. That's almost half the race. We've been under the safety car. And this is going to be a 3 lap one because we're waiting for Papa Devils. Well, is it just me? Is all the gaps gone weird? There's a bit of a glitch going on there because I don't have any gaps. Bit weird. Not sure what's going on. It's strange. I'm not sure why we haven't got any gaps. There's normally always gaps when you're under the safety car. What's Mazepin doing? What? Yeah, okay. Bit interesting. Was his pad on? Was his pad disconnected or something? And it went straight on? Or do you have that glitch where you come to get back into your car and you're onto somebody, you actually somehow onto somebody else's car, and then you just drive your car into the barriers because you can't see what your car's doing? Unless it's one of those glitches. But for whatever it is, I have no clue what's happened. All the gaps come back there, miraculously. So Mazepin crashing and leaving somehow fixed it. I wonder if him coming in glitched it in the first place. I wonder if that's made it glitch, Mazepin coming back. I wonder if that's caused it. I mean, you didn't have to crash. I'm saying that, he might even do that. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Artem's AI is on 20. Oh, I just realised Artem's AI has already made his pit stop. I say Artem's been in AI since like lap 3, and still going in a P7. 20 laps, I say halves, mediums. So so many laps in the safety car. Their tyres are probably not even 30% worn. They've done literally about those 20 laps he's done. About 12 of them have been under the safety car. We've had 5 safety cars now, and for my calculations, this is our 12th lap into the safety car. This is our second safety car with 3 laps, and one of the others with 2 laps. So that makes that 12 laps of safety car. So we're going to finally have 4 laps of uninterrupted running, because safety car, you can't really get a safety car this late anymore anyway. And we've run out of safety cars because the limit is 5. So, I mean, that's that really. I mean, not so much else they can do. Safety car is in this lap, and they've had for like the 50th millionth safety car restart. Right? Let's go. Why did I not build a gap? It's because I just launched off the last corner or something. Right, since Pete's in second on mediums, this is Risky Buffalo's chance to try and pull a gap before Matador gets past. Or Drillos. Drillos has some slightly more worn softs. Buffalo's going to launch out of the last corner. I wanted to leave it early, what's going on here? Oh, he's left it, he's gone it now, he's gone it now. Alpha's got a 5-second advantage to the collision with Sant. Buffalo decided not to go at last corner, it's done it well. That's caught everyone now. Everyone would probably thought you're going to go out the last corner. And what's going on at the back here, there's a bit of collisions going on. There's some 3 cars behind where there shouldn't be. There's some pickling going on. Actor's getting overtaken by Drillos. Sweep around the outside. They've understeer with the effects there. bit of dirty air. Oh, and that's the Alpine out, and that's the second Alpine. That's fresh is out now, and that's the second Alpine. What is wrong with the Alpines today? And no safety car because we don't have any left. Fortunately, the safety car has run out of fuel. But that's another Alpine out. He's lost himself. What's going on today? Very strange. This has been the strangest race in terms of collisions. Every single one has been abnormal. But the race must go on, and this is Buffalo without any penalties, and he's gunned it. First race back on the wheel, using a lot of deployment in the process. He's absolutely gunned it. He's used a lot of that overtake to pull away, hence why he's run out of deployment. And Germany's now got penalty, and now Alpa's got no front wing. Alpha Devil is in the pits for about the 15th millionth time. Alpha's just front wing. Also got German in the pits as well. More fighting on it. Viper trying to redeem his places back up. Down inside Julos, but it's gonna be he's can't make the move. It's a bit ambitious that is. You have to be alongside somebody to make that move stick. Unless you have trust in the driver in front. Buffalo is running away with this now. Pete looks like he might be able to hold on to P2 here. He hasn't got any penalties, and he's holding on to that P2 on track. So, no DRS yet. DRS will be enabled next lap. One of the very few tracks where the DRS gets enabled, and then you have it on the first DRS straight as you approach. Somewhere the DRS is enabled, but the activations at the detection point is before the start-finish line. But here, the detection point's pretty much on the start-finish line, so you get that detection on the lap. So you get that DRS first thing, instead of having to wait half a lap. So as soon as the DRS is enabled, overtaking will instantly be made, and I've got a feeling Viper's going to make this move as quickly as possible. There you go, DRS is enabled. Samuel's just out of DRS on Pete, and to be on soft, so I was expecting a bit more from Samuel here. Samuel not using much overtake, keeping Viper's not making any speed he's got. It's insane, just breezes past that Red Bull. That speed, I know he's using overtake and Samuel wasn't, but that over speed was insane. You got the Ferrari 2019 engine. And the Red Bull goes wide. Samuel, I'm a little bit irritated by that. But now Viper, he's a lot quicker than Pete right now. He's got 12 lap younger tyres, though most of that's probably safety car on Pete's tyres, but he's on the softs and a lot fresher, so he's got a lot of speed, but Viper does have that penalty. I don't see Viper pulling away 3 seconds after he overtakes Pete. Even if you've got Pete past Pete now, I don't see how he's going to gain 3 seconds. He got past. Despite having that bad exit, he still got past him. What wings is Viper using? So quick in a straight line. And Germany's now retired with down to 10 cars. Papa Devils is going to get a point despite being on hard tyres with 2 laps to go. And now it's the last lap, and there is flying Haas, but he's got a flying AlphaTauri behind him. Pete just needs to stay within 3 seconds of Viper to get that second place back. Jonas is doing extreme defensive manoeuvres to try and keep Samuel behind. Actually, I believe he just overtook him. Samuel's dropping off like a cliff. Despite Jonas' tyres being 4 laps older, sorry. But Jonas has got to be careful of his ERS. Getting D-rates now. I don't see why you want to be using overtake there. Samuel's just is strengthening like an absolute just going wide everywhere. I don't know why he's got warnings. Patriarch should keep this place as he hasn't got a penalty. So if he's not careful, Dross is a bit too far behind to gain anything from Viper. Oh, never mind. Dross has got his penalty himself. As soon as I say that, just as I praise him for not getting any penalties. Brilliant. Happens to me so many often. I just praise people when they're not getting penalties. I'm going to get the penalty literally a few seconds later. Viper's got a long pace. His tyres are 6 laps younger. But Viper Flip has not got a penalty. He's kept it clean. And he's just about to keep the pace to actually get the win on track and not by penalties. So Buffalo taking it nice and easy, not getting any warnings. We see Buffalo will win! Definitely there's a glitch here, timing glitch, which Buffalo should win the race. Viper should be P2, Pete should be P3, Giraffe should be P4, Matador will be P5, Sideshow Samuel will be P6, Sant will be P7, Artem will be P8, and Pepperdells will be a lonely P9, Alpha even more lonely with no front wing P10. So that is your 5. This is a bit strange, we're going on for 72 minutes now. The streams normally last about 105. This is going to be about 115 by the end of it. Because of all these safety cars. It's increased the time by like 10 minutes. So, it's been a long stream. A very, very long stream. Waiting to cross the line. But your winner today will be Risky Buffalo for the timing glitch. It will be Risky Buffalo's victory. KTM Viper will finish P2 in the end. Pete will be P3. Will finish off the podium. Solid race there on his mediums, avoiding any penalties. And then Matador will have a great result in P4. Absolutely amazing result for him. Kept it clean. Actually, he only get penalty ends, but he kept it clean, and that's the main thing. Everyone else failed to do so, or everyone behind him, that's for sure. Sideshow Samuel will finish P5, Sant will be P6, R10 will be P7, Josh will be P8, Pepperdells will be P9 after 6 pit stops, Alpha will be P10, and your retirements were German, who will be classified as P11, but will not get points anyway. Fresh, Muzpin, Maldi, IZR, Pirilol, and Dangerman and Gutto were your retirements. So I'd like to thank you for for watching this crazy race. Bit of questionable stuff in the ways of a couple of people, but after 5 safety cars, I can't say much, to be honest. I mean, apart from the safety cars, there were some action. Plenty of action without the safety cars, but with the safety cars, half the race was kind of dull because you're just watching the safety cars just going past and behind the safety car. But that is your race for tonight. Please come back for us next week. We will be going to the lovely streets of Singapore for Tier 2 and Tier 3. Monday for Tier 1, we'll be going to Canada. So, please come back for us then. And, well, yeah, come back to us next time. Thank you, and goodbye.